Hello coders, welcome back again. So in the previous video we looked at bash commands. We looked at cd, mkdir, rm, rm-f. We looked at ls, we looked at curl, we looked at touch, we looked at nano. If you haven't watched the previous video and practice a bit with those commands, I would request you to first pause this. The link to the previous video is in the description, or it is in one of the cards on this video. Go and watch that so that you can have a proper introduction to terminal for data science, and then from there you could come and then we continue. So in this video we are going to look at cut with u. We are going to look at grep and some other terminal commands. We may also pipe commands. We will understand what piping is. So cut is a command that is used to select columns of a file, and the columns that you're going to select, you're going to specify what is the separating character for the values. And for us here we're working with the comma separated values, so it is -d comma because it is a CSV, and then I could select the first column and then specify the file happiness.csv. So the first column here seems to be country. I cannot scroll, it seems to be a very long file, so I'm going to clear this and then type up. Then I'm going to pipe this. That OR symbol is done to pipe. That means that the output of this command will be run with the following command. So I'm going to say head -n, head -n. I want to see the first 10 rows or first 10 lines. So this is country name, that is the first column here, and then so this one runs first. It gives us the first column, all values. Then the output, we run head -n 10 of the output, and this is what comes out. So if you want to select more than one column, you could come here and put a comma and say 3 and maybe 7. So that is the first, the third, and the 7th column, and they're here. So that is how we use cut. Then we could say that we want the first 10 of those columns, so the first, let's say the first 50 of those columns, we save them in an external file. So we're going to call this file, I'm going to call it just a random name, random file.csv. so this is what is going to happen here. You're going to select the first, the third, and the 7th column of the file, and it will be selected based on the comma separated values. Then after that you have the output. The output is piped to this command to select only the first 50 lines, and from there the output will be this redirect symbol is just to say that put the output into this file here. So when I hit enter and I hit list, I'm going to see random file.csv. Then let me just clear my screen. Then when I say cut, remember this cut is for displaying file. It is not cut with the u, it is cut with a, and I say random file.csv, it will display this. Voila. Yep. So far we have seen how to use cut. We could move to using grep. So grep is like it helps you to select rows of a file based on a certain criteria. For example, you may want to select rows of a file that have the word Zimbabwe, if Zimbabwe is a country, or maybe rows of a file that have the year 2018. So let's try this out and you see what will happen. So grep is our command here, and we want to grep Zimbabwe. Hopefully I have not butchered the name of somebody's country. Happiness. So when you grep this, you'll see that let's grep it. Yeah, we'll see that each row has Zimbabwe, which is fine. So it's not looking nice. I'm going to grep Zimbabwe, and then I pipe it with I'm going to pipe it with cut, this cut here, to select just a few columns. Minus D, comma, minus F, and then I pick the first, the second, maybe the fifth and the eighth. Then when we enter here, we have that. So these are the rows that contain Zimbabwe in them. So happiness index for Zimbabwe is this. So they have 2006 happiness index, 2007. So they started from 2006 up to 2019. We may also want to have data for only, let's say, 1 year, maybe 2010. So we could do grep, instead of Zimbabwe we put here 2010, and what this command is going to do is it's going to pick rows that have the value 2010 in them from the whole file, and then that will be the output here. Then this one will select the first, the second, the fifth, and the eighth columns, and that's the output that you're going to get. So if we enter here, we have in 2010 we have only these values. There are so many. It's like all countries. So happiness index for each country in 2010, you can see it here. Yeah, so we could also say, okay, so we have these values and we want to put this in a file called 2010.csv. So this redirect symbol will save the output of the whole of this into a file called 2010.csv. So let's list what is there. We can see 2010.csv is here. Let me clear this. I don't like working from down there. Okay, so I'm going to cut 2010.csv. Just show us that, yeah, that file has the things that we expect. Yeah, I think that's much about cut and about grep that I could show you. There is also something that I'm about to forget. Grep has a flag called -v. -v is like a complement. For example, let's go back to the command. This command here tells you that select all from happiness.csv where 2010 exists. So all rows that has 2010 will have been selected, but we may also want to select where we don't have 2010. So it will, this -v flag is like a complement. It will give you the rest of the values apart from the rows that have 2010. So we could save this also in a file called not 2010.csv. So if you try to look at what is in Note 2010. It is here if you are looking for it. Note 2010.csv. It's not, sorry, not 2010.csv. It will be all values apart from those rows that have the value 2010 in them. Yeah, so that is about cat and about grep. I would prefer that you leave YouTube now, go and practice cat and grep on terminal until the next video. Have fun and make sure you learn more, and consider subscribing for more of this content. Trying to make 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year, and if you subscribe, you should have helped the channel much. Till next time, have fun.